uh, man, man, there is some trippy stuff going on these days. And if you're unaware, man, what are you doing? Stop watching TV. The stuff they're showing you in a fictionalized manner is going on all around you. Really, like, listen, with this CERN, with Havenbrook, the Philadelphia experiment, Heart Machine, the Russians got all kinds of weird shit they're not telling no one. The Chinese got stuff we don't know about. I mean, dude, there is crazy stuff going on. But there's these formations in the sky. I mean, everyone knows the triangles in the sky, the strings of lights that move. I've seen something that looks like the rainbow. It's a light that goes through all the colors of the rainbow, and they kind of. I seen that down in Florida in Lakeland, but at the time I thought I was just, you know what I'm saying, tripping. But then I seen the orange orb up here in Michigan, and I've heard of other people seeing things all around. And then this Jason A video I just watched, it was like showed a storm and this black thing went flying through the sky, man. They had the sun and moon all shining at the same time over in like Norway or Sweden or somewhere. You seen the spiral in the sky. We're seeing all these crazy magnetic magnetosphere anomalies. And I mean, if you look at all their things, their harps, that's magnetosphere manipulator. CERN, we don't know what the heck's that doing. Is that actually really bringing another dimension? Is that fusing two dimensions that we were unaware of previously? Are they really trying to open the abyss? You know what I'm saying? Are there entities coming through? Is this an elaborate deception? They had hologram protesters. So they can create a hologram. And then if you ever heard of Project Bluebeam, Project Bluebeam was they were going to take a picture of the Virgin Mary and hologram it in the sky and make everyone think that whoever the prophet who knew about it, you know, you would listen to him and he could steer you to the Virgin Mary, which the Virgin Mary is the Queen of Heaven. It's Isis. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the Virgin Mary of the Bible, like Jesus' mother. This is just they stole that and then subverted it. You know what I'm saying? To something else. But anyway, and then you look at that, what was that, Fatima? Where they had all these people seeing the Virgin Mary in the sky, and that's around the same time frame where Project Bluebeam. What they wanted to do was take the Virgin Mary and shine it above Cuba, and then tell them God told you to stop fighting and just trust the Americans. Basically, is what they were going to do with it. That was what their documents say. So then you got the Star Wars program that Ronald Reagan said. He said, "How quickly would our differences fade away if there was some external threat threatening the whole world?" So he could unify the whole world under the New World Order. This was his favorite teacher was Manly P. Hall, which that he was taught by Blavatsky. You know, Blavatsky was taught by Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? And they all go back to this. Look, we shall rule the galaxy together. I mean, basically, like this guy is contacting these same people. You know what I'm saying? And they're following out an agenda over generations and generations and generations. You realize the scope of that. Aleister Crowley said he talked to spirits and he drew a picture and it looked like a gray, but it was kind of green, looked like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? So these spirits, or like you say, Tupac Amaru, this guy, he was the feathered serpent or the shining one. And supposedly he could stand there and he'd look like a man, like an Aryan, but then he could morph into a reptilian Aryan. So I don't know. I'm just connecting dots here. Then you got Chinese dragon worship, the Nagas of India. You know, you got the pharaohs with the snake on their forehead. You know what I'm saying? The Mayans and their serpent gods. You know what I'm saying? And are these the things that we're seeing now in the sky, or is this just Project Bluebeam ramped up again? Is this an alien false flag, like William Cooper said they were going to do in Behold the Pale White Horse? In Majestic 12 and all that, how the government's working with aliens from 47 when the first bomb went off, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, the stuff is so interconnected, it is nuts. You know what I'm saying? And then you got L. Ron Hubbard Scientology. You got to sign your soul for 100 million years over to some Zoran guy or something, you know. In which, what if Zoran is just name or the same deceivers that have deceived everyone? You know what I'm saying, through all the ages. Like, here's your secret of all your ages, Mr. Manley. It's Lucy, the same deceiver that deceived you and is deceiving people now and deceived your predecessors. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude. I am freaking out though, to an extent. Like, I'm not freaking out. Like, you know, I'm not gonna go, run to the tornado shelter now. I'm just saying, it's got me kind of freaked out. I'm on alarm right now, high alert. And I heard the woodpecker signal coming through the radio last night. You know, and the plane flew by like with strange lights. It's just it is so crazy. The truth is stranger than fiction. You know what I'm saying? That Philadelphia experiment, they said time travel. They morphed this ship into a different dimension, trying to make a cloaking technology. They say CERN is like a tractor beam, potentially. It's potentially a time machine. I mean, it's potentially a dimension smasher. And then where did these people really get all this intelligence from? According to the occultists, it's downloaded from the ascended masters, aka the Watchers from Enoch. First Enoch, the Watchers, the ones that taught man all the sciences. You know what I'm saying? What they did, like I said, if time machine is real, you know, they could just go back, teach man a bunch of things, and just disappear to a different dimension, and then pop back out, and then it's thousands of years later. Now, that knowledge, those seeds that you planted in the beginning, now everyone understands our language. So now we can manipulate everything. You built all of the technology we're going to use, me speaking as them, the warring faction of the kingdom of hell, that and then we're seeing this earth is becoming very hell-like. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. I heard this guy blame each one of us individually, like it's our fault, it's our own fault, basically saying it's our karma that this is coming upon us. Nah, dude, I didn't plan on none of this. I wasn't there when they had the vote. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there when they wrote the law. You can't do that. I mean, a lot of people who are practicing a cognitive dissonance now, on the other hand, they are partially responsible for their own destruction. But if you warn them, hey, you did what you could. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just bringing these topics into remembrance right here in light of all the crazy things, the black smoke rings, falling stars coming straight down. That's another reference to the fallen angels. They fell like stars, it said. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a shooting star. Or I beheld Satan fall as lightning. This means something that's, you know what I'm saying, going up and down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's deep in a game. You know, they got alien technology. They got the Foo Fighters from World War II. Supposedly, Hitler could have contacted the Hollow Earth beings, and they gave them Vimanas. You know what I'm saying? And then they reverse engineered that, and then through Operation Paperclip, it came to America now. That knowledge got passed along. I'm not sure how much of this stuff is all true or how much of it is red herrings. I don't know. But I mean, I know the documents exist and it was speculated on, and they're not telling us about it all the time, not very often anyway. Or if they do tell you about aliens, they try to spin it to that they're aliens and not fallen angels, and ascended masters and not fallen angels, and Satan and Lucifer, and that's what they are. You're ascended masters. That's the fallen angels from Enoch. And they try to spin you this Anunnaki, this Mason guy that wrote this book, and then, that wasn't even an archaeological guy. He's just a journalist. And everyone uses this kind of as their main platform to explain the reason of the meaning of life. Then the Vatican is talking about aliens and extraterrestrial things, and they're on Mars terraforming. I mean, dude, it just is crazy right now. That Machete had the elites blow up the planet and then fly off into space. I mean, dude, it's nuts. It's nuts. But that's actually what they want to do. I didn't say it. Someone else said it. I just happened to recognize what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? So just, bringing into remembrance all these topics. Is it an alien false flag, or is it really alien things like coming through the CERN dimensional portal? I don't know. I'm only speculating now. But it does say that the angel from the bottomless pit, the destroyer Apollyon, or Abaddon, aka Shiva, Kali, Apollo, the sun god. So any of your sun gods, it's the same guy, because Mystery Babylon is that the whole planet follows the same religion or religions, but they're just one religion, just incrementally broken up and cleverly uh, misdirection, man. But I mean, then all these lead back to Rome. Rome goes to Egypt. Egypt goes to Babylon. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, just things to think about. Who were the gods? Well, that's your watchers from Enoch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just too many. There ain't no such thing as coincidence. So this stuff is it's relevant. It's important, but how to put it all together, I know not alone. You know what I'm saying?